So we're just doing a little bit of the crown area with some accent braids. She has an awesome fringe going on, great haircut, lots of texture, lots of layers. So this is just something to accentuate what she already has built. What I do, so when I braid, if I'm going down this middle line, if I want my braid to ride this line, when I take my stitches, I take the stitches all the way through. Okay, so most times you would take it only to the middle part. Again, if you want it to ride this line versus being in the middle, you'll stitch it all the way through. Okay? Chris?
Patty.
Hang on real quick, because I want to show y'all, but hang on.
I'm gonna let Miss Coston go. I'm gonna let Coston go and talk a little bit about her color and what she's doing.
So, yeah.
If you don't want that, throw it on the ground. Just throw it on the ground, Cory. It's fine.
It's just like I'm in the salon. I drop everything on the ground.
All right, so what I'm doing here is you can see that we worked with some amazing barbers this weekend, and I'm super grateful for them. So a big round of applause. We've had 3 or 4. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to do some detail work in the cutout that they did in her amazing haircut, and then I'm going to go ahead and in the front section add some more pastel tones to it. So I made a little violet and a little bit of like a pinky rose gold color to accentuate the toner that she has in her hair that has a little bit of a violet pink hue to it. So I think this will look really amazing.
All right, Cory, tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
So I have this incredible gift for overcomplicating anything. So when it comes to hair, I try to, like, the second that I get into something, I immediately want to make it complicated. But it's really like the most simple things that can create the most beautiful styles. So here, all that I've done, I've braided up the sides, and then I'm just working in this top section, doing a 3-strand braid. So from that 3-strand braid, I'm able to deconstruct and make lots of different shapes.
Love that. Tyler, using some scissors there, my barber. Look at this man. Show me your design out the back of that, Tyler. Let them get a little peek of that. Yeah.
What do y'all think? Y'all like that?
Real fresh.
So I've been working on the design and fading first. I kind of like to start with like clearing my canvas. I call the hair the canvas because we're artists, right? And so I like to clear my canvas, have a blank canvas, and then start doing my design work. I like to clean up afterwards, like do a rough draft with a trimmer, and then kind of clean it up afterwards with a straight razor just to kind of make it more pop, detailed, and then start doing my fading work afterwards. So here I started with the trimmer and kind of work my way down towards a longer length. This is about like a 2 guard, so from skin going to the 2. And then lastly, I'm gonna finalize with doing some messy texture stuff up top and kind of piecing, make some, creative look.
Love it. Love the design, and I love the breakdown as well. Mr. Muldoon.
How are we doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Okay, my turn. So this is Haley, and Haley's allowed me to do whatever I want on her. So I've actually pre-cut some shape through here. I've decided I wanted to work on graduation, but I've got a little disconnection on the underneath here with a shorter graduation that works all the way around to the other side. Take this clip out for you. All the way on the underneath, which Chrystofer's been so kind and nice to put this amazing color on for me. And then I've just put a little kind of visor, round graduation kind of bowl cut over the top of it. And this side, I'm coming through, working on it dry, and I'm just working vertical diagonal back sections, and I'm actually using elevation in the comb, and I'm using the points of the scissors to create my graduation. So that allows me to work on the drier texture much easier. So coming through and just elevating so that I can get that nice bevel on the edge.
Yeah, it was quite fun working with DJ on this because he has a beautiful team as well that are incredible colorists, And I think I sweat more that day having the two of them stand over me, knowing that was DJ's model. And I do a bit of color. I was like, and the back ribs are so hot, but I think it did its justice, and the way that's cut. Show them that undercut, DJ. Show them that beautiful undercut that you put in there.
This part.
That lot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you get that purple?
Yeah, nice little dimension
Beautiful.
to it.
And I think, balancing it, and it was fun to have the conversation with DJ about, placement and having those conversations like what we do in the salon, and finding out where he wanted to go with it so that the color was laid in right and gave him a beautiful end result. So what we've done is we've taken down through the back, taken some of the weight out is what I'm working through here. It's a technique called surface planing. So what I've done is I'm elevating out on dry hair. I'm holding it behind where the tension is. And what I'm doing is opening, closing the blades, is softly blending that out. So after we've taken the weight out, then what I want to do is start to cut into the shape so that we're going to start to push more of a signature for her. And what we want this to do is open up when she starts to walk so the color starts to move. So I think a color in a lot of senses, it's going to add, it's going to diminish, it's going to enhance, it can be creative, it can camouflage, but it can also move. And I think it's what we do with the balance of a haircut and how we put it together so that we can get something that starts to move. So that'll open up and have a little bit of easier time for her. And I think, again, what is your signature? What are things that you do that's different, but have a reason and have a why? And I think that's where we really need as an industry to be and step up to that level. I don't care what you want to do, just be the best at what you want to do and be better each day. Can we agree to that? Yeah. Can we agree to that? Yeah. Here's the thing, nobody is at the salon anymore where you can can I get my haircut checked? Wouldn't that be awesome though to do with a client? Can I get this checked over here? Cory, will you check this haircut real quick? That's pretty much what happened in the salon.
We're really becoming an industry of one right now.
It's a complete industry of one. No, but why I say that is my intent with this is that, we are our own disciplinaries. We are the ones that make the choice in where we want to go and what we want to do in the industry. And I think that you can do anything you want. The other thing I think that's really special about this is you have braiders up here, you have barbers up here, you have colorists up here, you have cutters up here. And it's one industry represented. And for me, that was the vision. So I want you to give all these guys a massive, massive round of applause for coming and spending some time as well. So any of you can jump in and just catch these guys up with where we're at as we're working through this.
I just finished up and completed all the detail work around the haircut that was designed in, just kind of blending two tones together and then moving into the front section as well, just color melting, leaving her base, and just so she'll have an accent piece through her fringe area to accentuate her color where her length is. Chris, I also wanted to say, thank you so much for creating this space for all of us to be up here with you and creating this, if you will, this industry of one, and just really working with all these amazing, talented artists up here. I just can't thank you enough for that, to give us that space.
It's very kind, thank you. It takes a team, man. You can have crazy big dreams, but it takes other people to believe in it, other people to surround you in it, and pick your circle well. Pick your circle well. Don't find yes men. Don't be the smartest person in the room. Find amazing people around you that challenge you. Find a space where you can challenge each other in the most positive way, because that's how we as an industry grow. And I think it's super important that we support each other in that. I've seen so much love this weekend from brand to brand, and it's so nice to see that. And I feel like we have a choice in what we do and how we change that. And it's our choice in how we show up. So care about each other, support each other. It is one industry. So what I've done is just worked around the fringe here. We're going to cut that in. But she does have this really cool green that's under here. So I thought maybe we put a little texture in this as well. So she can have a couple bits. So Cory, do you want to catch us up where you're at?
Say that again.
Do you want to catch us up with where you're at? I know my voice is done.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. So, like I said, I was just doing some 3-strand braids. So I basically divided this top section in two. I did one 3-strand braid in the back, deconstructed it, pinned it up into the shape that I was trying to create. I knew I wanted to create something kind of front to back. And then I did the same thing in the front. I just over-directed towards me so that I would get this nice like dip in the front here over the eye. And you can see that I've just really pulled these braids apart almost to the point that you can't tell that that's what it was. But what the braid does is it creates this locking motion with the hair so that I can start to really pull it apart and create lots of different shapes.
So real quick, y'all, while I'm finishing up this braid, something that I wanted to touch on, your body placement when you braid, that's what's gonna direct the braid the place that you want it. So how this is riding the middle line, let's say I was still working on this braid here on the right, I would move my body almost parallel to it, okay? Because again, it's gonna follow my movement. Same thing if I was on this braid, I would be more on this side because I want it to ride this line, okay? And also when it comes to picking up stitches, I use my pinky on my right hand, and then I use my pointer finger on my left hand, okay? And we just, again, braided the top, adding some fun texture pieces in the back, and yeah.
Beautiful work, Patti. One thing I love about Patti is how clean her pickup and determination and end result. It's an art, honestly, in what barbering has gone to and what braiding has gone to. Would you guys agree? It is just so beautiful to see it represented like it's being represented and the workmanship. And let's give those guys a massive round of applause for elevating their game as well. It's great to see all the industry doing its thing together, supporting it. See, the other thing I like to do is just edge with the clippers. I like a strong line, but again, we have a lot of internal that will move for her as well. Trying to eat that hair.
So I'm just going back through and I'm just cleaning this up, making sure that it's fully saturated. That's one thing with short hair, making sure that you're really pushing the color in with your color brush to make sure that you have full saturation. Nobody wants a holiday, that's for sure.
Hey,
It's not that
G.
kind of holiday.
Gee, will you just take that mic and move it up? There you are.
Perfect.
They want to hear what you're saying. You got important
Yep.
stuff to say.
So I'm just going back through and I'm just touching up her design work, making sure that I'm getting it fully saturated. What I was saying is that nobody wants a holiday, at least not this kind of holiday, with hair that's missing, that's not colored.
Tyler, how you doing?
I'm sorry?
Tyler,
Yes, sir.
Said Patty,
you doing?
sorry.
You said, how am I doing?
Yeah?
Doing pretty good over here. We're just doing some blow drying right now. Afterwards, I'm going to start piecing it just to kind of give it like that messy look and accentuate that texture I added in with my shears and my feather razor. With the feather razor, I just kind of did some twist cutting. Everyone kind of has their own terms for certain things, but for me, twist cutting is just kind of making sure you build that texture inward, twisting it inward, and kind of going mid-shaft to ends, just kind of piecing it. Just create that kind of messy, staggered length to really emphasize texture in the hair.
I love that. Mr. Muldoon?
Yep, just coming through this back area now. Still working on this asymmetric kind of bowl situation. I brought up the back hairline, so we've got a little peekaboo of that purple, violet on the underneath.
Look how
But yeah,
beautiful
still
that is.
working that round shape, horizontal diagonal back sections, and using that slight elevation so that it adds that forgiveness and that bevel when it falls. Very visual way of cutting.
Stunningly beautiful, DJ.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm just going to pop this crown a little bit, put a little bit of texture, a little shorter bits for her. And I'm just going to work in a circular section. And I'm just looking at that clock, and it looks like we just have a few left. So why don't we turn a little music up? Let's finish these up and give you guys a bit of a finale. Would you guys be up for that? Yeah. No, would you be up for that? Because I don't think it's going to look like the opening, so you guys might want to see what's going to happen there. You guys up for that? You guys are making a little more noise than that. Come on now, yeah, put your hands together. All right, you guys ready to set these models? Muldoon.
Cool, thank you.
Okay, my dear, you ready?